Clients asked me exactly the same question this morning, and I said no to both of them, and I think you need to hear this. They both said, I haven't lost any fat lately. Should I cut my calories? And I said, no. The reason why is because they have both already lost quite a lot of weight. And you will get to a point when you've lost a lot of weight where the next step is not to eat less calories. You need to eat more calories. And they were both at that point. So if you get to a point where you've lost a lot of weight and you did it by eating less calories, that will keep working until it doesn't. And when it doesn't work, you need to eat more calories. It's going to fuck with your head because you have to do the opposite of what got the weight off. That's where they are both at. When you get there, it's what I call the pointy end, because you might have lost 20, 30 kilos and you've only got like 5 kilos left. Maybe 10, but more likely 5 kilos left. And what will happen is you're probably weighing yourself on the scales, which you have to stop doing, because that's only for people that have got lots of weight to lose. So you will probably either stay the same on the scale or get heavier. And that's because your body's glycogen stores are filling up. So you're building muscle, or your body is building the parts that it needs to build muscle. So glycogen stores are your energy stores, and they are filling up. So you will get to a point where you're still building muscle or lean mass, and your fat is either the same or it's coming down slower. So if you're putting on muscle and losing fat at the same time, you're either going to weigh the same on the scale or you're going to weigh more. So when you get to that point, you cannot weigh yourself on the scales, especially if it triggers you. But the next point after that is to take really good progress photos. So you have to be in a place in your house where there's good natural lighting. It needs to be the same time every day, because when you've got low body fat, other things matter too. So when there's hardly any fat, you can see if the person's stomach is bloated, if they've been eating a lot of food or not, like lots of little things that you can't see on a person who's still got lots of weight to lose. So when you're at the pointy end, you have to change, first of all, the way you measure your progress. It can't be the scale. It has to be photos. You can also do measurements or skin folds or any of that sort of thing, but they're not as useful as photos. Standing in the same position, same clothes, so even the same sports bra, the same undies, everything the same, because the changes are getting smaller now, so you need to reduce the amount of variables that are there. Then what needs to happen next is you need to increase your calories, and that will really mess with your head if you lost weight by dropping your calories. And the reason why is because if you've been doing it for a year or more, so you've been training for a year, so you're lifting heavy, you're consistent with your exercise, you're meal prepping, you're eating a lot of healthy food, you're getting stronger in the gym, which means you're pushing harder, you're lifting heavier weights, you're taxing your nervous system more. Now your body needs more nutrients because you're placing higher demands on it. So obviously you're not going to eat more rubbish, because if you go all the way back to the start of your journey and you started eating healthier food, you started eating less rubbish back then. More healthy food, less rubbish. So you can't do that again now because you're eating lots of healthy food. So what you need to do is eat more of the healthy food that you're already eating. And it'll be something as simple as increasing everything you're eating by like 10%. So if you normally have 100 grams of chicken in one of your meals, now make it 110%, 110 grams. So you've increased your protein portion or your chicken portion by 10%. Do it across all your meals. So your overall calorie intake will go up a little bit, your food volume has gone up a little bit, and that might be enough to make you feel like you're more satisfied. That's what you need to do when you get to the pointy end. Your muscles are now demanding more nutrients, and you might be putting lean mass on or muscle mass on and losing fat at the same time, but that means your body is more dense. So a leaner body actually needs more calories because it's got more muscle. And if you're looking at the scale, you're actually using a beginner's way of measuring your progress when you're not a beginner, which is why it will mess with your head and make you think you need to cut calories. But that's what a beginner does. If you're not a beginner, you've been doing this a long time, you've been strength training consistently for a year, you've been meal prepping for a year, you don't let your fridge get empty, you don't have days where you blow out, you might have an off meal here and there, but you're pretty much on track all the time. You have got to a point where you've created an environment where your body now needs more nutrient. Your metabolism is faster. You're placing greater demand on your nervous system. You're tearing your muscle fibers down even more. And now your body is telling you that it needs more nutrients. So you will know it happens too when you start getting hungry between meals. That is a sign your body now is asking for more nutrients. And more nutrients means you're going to end up eating more calories. More nutrients equals more calories. So if you've got to that point, don't let your mind sabotage your success. This is the most important part. Forget the scales. Take those progress photos, look at the photos, and you will know if you're making progress because your muscles will still look nice and full and popping. Your abs are starting to show. The caps on your shoulders are starting to show. That's how you know your muscles are growing. Your fat's coming down. You're looking more dense. You're looking more full in your muscles. You've got more energy. You're lifting better. You're recovering between sessions. You've got good appetite. You don't have cravings. That's a sign that you've really hit the sweet spot. The worst thing you could do when you get to that point is cut your calories, because then you'll go right back to being a beginner again. Metabolism will slow down. You won't be able to lift as heavy, which means you can't place as much strain on the body. You're not going to build as much muscle, and therefore your body no longer needs the nutrients. So if you've hit that pointy end, don't let your mind sabotage your success. Stick with the plan. Get rid of the scales. Get rid of anything that triggers you and makes you feel like you're doubting yourself, and just go for it.